Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to be going way back in Discraft's past to look at a driver rich in history. That's right, we're taking a look at the historic Cyclone. So by today's standards, the Cyclone is a fairway driver, coming in at speed 7, glide 4, turn -1, and a fade of 2. However, don't let that fool you. Even though by today's standards, it is only a speed 7, back when this thing was released, this was historic. This was pushing the boundaries of what a disc can do and what people thought of for drivers. And just like a fine wine, the Cyclone has gotten even better with age. Originally, the Cyclone came out in 1993, and it really revolutionized distance drivers. We all heard of the Destroyer, we've all heard of the Nuke. Well, that is what the Cyclone was in the past for much of the 90s, as it's considered one of the best discs of the 90s. In fact, the Cyclone was pushing the boundaries when it came to both distance and control, as players were reaching distances absolutely unheard of for disc golf at that time in its history. So with that being said, how does the Cyclone actually fly? Now for myself, I think it bears some resemblance to a beadless stalker. It's going to be really nice and straight, have a nice predictable fade as it slows down. Even when thrown really hard and flat, you're going to get a nice little just meandering turn in the mid-flight just a little bit, still have that nice hyzer back. And again, for slower arms, you're going to have to put it on an ante line to get it to hold any kind of turnover. Kind of like this, you're going to have to put it on a forced over anhyzer line to get it to hold somewhat of a turnover, but it will still have that nice late stability to fight its way back. While the Cyclone is going to err on more the side of being straight to slightly overstable when it comes to slower and medium arms, being again a very trusty fairway driver. For you bigger arms, this is going to be more of a controlled turnover disc or a very good hyzer flipping fairway driver. Something that you can throw down a tunnel really hard on a hyzer, get it to ride really straight, or if you need something to hold a turnover line, it's going to be able to do so with ease and not necessarily turn and burn. And also, with its ability to turn in the mid-flight, it makes a perfect disc to use in the woods, and I think that's where the Cyclone is really going to excel. If you need a disc that you need to trust on a little bit of a flex, or something that you need to go just straight down a tunnel, no matter your arm speed, that is what the Cyclone is definitely going to excel at. It is such a great workable fairway driver, easy to throw, easy to use, players of all skill levels, this is the fairway driver for you. With the storied history of the Cyclone, it has come out in numerous different plastic types and a lot of different limited edition runs, including the new Ledgestone ESP run that was released this summer, and you can still find them, so go pick some up before they're all gone. Now, this is actually one of the original discs, probably from the mid-late 90s, and you can see it still has that good late stability to it. It is a little bit easier to flex in the mid-flight, but it hasn't lost that late stability to it. Versus looking at a Pro D, this is actually a brand new off-the-shelf Pro D, and you can see just how much more turn it has and how it doesn't even have that late stability. That's what makes the Cyclone so great. If you can find it in different plastic types, it can hold so many different lines, again from straight to slight hyzer to complete turnover. Such a versatile disc, and something that really you could have, say, just 2 or 3 Cyclones in your bag and cover any kind of shot that you want. As we're kind of seeing here, looking at the Lefty lines, you can again see the difference on how the original plastic, it has more turn in that mid-flight. It's lost some of that stability. Even though it still has the late stability, it's lost some of that mid-flight stability, still has that great control versus the new run of the ESP. It has very similar flight characteristics, it just doesn't hold the turn as long. It wants to fight its way out of those flex shots. So there you have it, everyone. That is the Discraft Cyclone. What a great piece of history this is. If you are interested in it, go find the new Ledgestone ESP. It is a great disc, and it's something I really enjoyed filming and throwing here. As always, everyone, please subscribe if you haven't already and like this video. Huge shout out to Discraft, Riverside Pro Shop for being my sponsors this year. All of you, the community, thank you, and keep banging them chains.